Okay, let us solve a question in biology. But for the new members, please, those who are watching my video for the first time, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe so that you can be updated for more videos. This question is from genetics and from the year 2017. So we want to see how can we tackle this question on genetics. So the question is, Mrs. Mumba delivered a baby girl in a certain hospital. Mrs. Mumba has a blood group of O, and the father to the girl has blood group AB. Now, Mrs. Mumba sues the hospital for giving her a wrong baby whose blood group was O. Now, explain using a genetic diagram why Mrs. Mumba would win or lose the case. Now, first of all, you need to know the genotypes of blood groups. In this case, Mrs. Mumba had blood group O. Now, for this Mrs. Mumba to have blood group O, it means, the genotype for blood group O is O. One you can use this, just nothing, one can use O like that, it's okay. Now, first write the phenotype of the parents. So, phenotype always comes first for the parents. So, the phenotype Mrs. Mumba had blood group O. So, blood group O, just write blood group O. Then for the father had the blood group AB. So now this is the phenotype of the parents. The mother is blood group O and the father is blood group AB. Now you write the genotype after phenotype, write the genotype of the parents. Genotype is a genetic constitution of an organism. Phenotype is a physical appearance. So the genotype of the mother, the genotype for blood group O are these, the one I wrote in the beginning. So we have the blood group O and the blood group O, the genetic constitution. Then the genotype for the father is the blood group AB. See that, eh? Now after that we have to write the gametes. The gametes. Now the gametes are the same symbols but a little bit far from each other, so that we can easily do the cross multiplication. So these are the gametes. Now on the gametes, you write the word fusion. If you want to use fertilization or meiosis, either of these three words, fusion or fertilization with one T, meiosis. Now these are the genotype of the mother and those are the genotype of the father, or the gametes in this case. Now when you crossing multiply, these genes which are here must be multiplied with all the genes to the father there. So we say the genotype there O will give you the blood group A. A is dominant over the blood group O, so we have to start with the A. Now when the genotype is A and O, the blood group of this person is A. This one is recessive compared to blood group, the gene A. Okay, so again the same gene with the other gene of the father, which will be O. So this is blood group B. So the second child of these two couple will have the blood group B. Next we have again OA, which will have A, O. Then again we have the B, O. Now if you have checked, the offspring of these two parents would either have blood group A or blood group B. So now these are the genotype of the offspring. This is the genotype of the F1 generation. F1 simply means the first children to be produced by this family. That is F1, the first female generation. Now you also have to indicate their phenotype. To complete the genetic diagram, phenotype must be there. Phenotype of F1 generation. So the physical appearance is either it is blood group A and blood group B. So we have blood group A and also blood group B. Those are the phenotype of the offspring. Now, based on the genetic diagram here, can Mrs. Mumba win the case or lose the case? The mother had blood group O. The father had blood group AB. Now, the child which was given to her was blood group O. So, if you look at the genetic diagram carefully, we do not have any child with blood group O. Therefore, this couple would never have a child with blood group O. So, Mrs. Mumba, you conclude at the end, you say Mrs. Mumba would win the case, because they would never have a child with blood group or based on their genotype for blood group. So that is the genetic diagram. Now, if you have further question, you can post, leave a comment in the comment section below. I will be able to respond. If you are not clear, please ask the question and I'll be able to answer you. Okay, so this is the answer for question A. Now, at the end of this genetic diagram, I'm saying you have to conclude, because you need to explain whether Mrs. Mumba would win the case or not. So in this case, Mrs. Mumba would win the case, because based on their genetic diagram, they would never have a child with blood group O which was given the hospital. So Mrs. Mumba would win the case. Now, question B. What could be the correct genotype of the actual father? Now, since the mother in this case have said is blood group O, what can be the actual blood group for them to have a child with the blood group O? Simply the father would be blood group O, for them to have a child with the blood group O. Okay, so the actual genotype of the father could be blood group O. Okay, so I'll send another video, please, on similar questions. But if you have questions, please don't forget to leave the question there. And please share the video, like the video, so that you can be updated whenever I post a new video. Thank you. Have a good day.